brush my hair today. What is this music?
Hey, it's Italiano! You've got no idea why I'm doing this.
No, and I don't know why you're wearing the shirt either.
Well, it's, hold on, I'll do the Italian fade out here. Okay, let's stop that. Enough. So it is Monday night. That means it's time for Kim's Top 5. And the whole point, if you got the Italian music, back when I was a kid, there was an ad that was on television every, I don't know, it's probably multiple times, and it was for an Italian furniture store in Brunswick and Footscray called Franco Cozzo. And in the background they had Italian music, and it was basically just Franco Cozzo selling his furniture. And it was, put a comment down below if you've ever seen Franco Cozzo's furniture ads. North Melbourne and Footscray. They were an icon in Melbourne. So, and I'm wearing the shirt in honour of Franco Cozzo.
Okay, and tonight's topic is Italian folk music.
So tonight's topic, no, it's not Italian folk music. No, it's good to have you with us. Tonight's topic is Kim's Top 5 for sharing Young Living with your family and friends. So
yep.
it's kind of a little bit different, isn't it? Are we going to have products?
No. Oh, well, kind of. I'm going to show some products.
I've got something in my manly moment.
So I know we normally always talk about product. I think one other time we talked the business side of Young Living, but often I'm asked about how to share. Like, people worry that they don't want to seem salesy. They don't want to tell everybody that they're using Young Living because then they'll think that they're crazy or they're doing
Isn't that the whole point?
Or
if I learned nothing else from Franco Cozzo, it is be loud, be pushy, be salesy, be in your face.
See, that just turns people off.
And go. Say it over and over and over. Isn't that the key to selling anything?
No.
Oh.
So the thing is, you can share Young Living without even wanting to do it as a business. And that's what happened to me because
Yep.
I never, for those of you who don't know my story, I never actually wanted to do Young Living as a business. I kind of fell into it accidentally.
Yeah.
The very first person that I ever shared essential oils with was a lady at my work. And I actually shared with a lot of ladies at my work in the end. But the very first one, she was a lady that she walked past my desk one day and she saw the oils on my desk and she was after some clary sage. She'd actually researched the benefits of clary sage and she wanted to try it out. And she saw these oils and she said, oh, where do you get those oils from? And like I think I had peppermint, lemon, I can't remember what else I had on my desk, maybe Stress Away, I think, probably Valor. I did work for a government department and I just had them sitting there and so she asked me about them and I said to her that I could get her a bottle. So I didn't even sell it to her for retail or anything like that. Yeah. She wanted clary sage and I helped to get it. And then a few weeks later, she wanted to try other things and wanted to know what else they had. And so she wanted to then get her own account and I just helped to do that. So it wasn't about making any money or starting a business. I was going to say,
so when did you start feeling weird about it? Because that's what people talk about, isn't it? They go, oh, don't want to be weird, but when did the weird bit happen?
I think
not
that,
really.
That many people focus on what you're going to get rather than what they're going to get. And I think that that's the stumbling block for many people because we worry that we're going to get paid for selling something to our family and friends. And so if you worry about that you're going to somehow get paid and that, you know, that's going to make things weird and awkward, that's when you start to, you know, to worry about it. So
if you're worried about getting money, just send it to me.
Yeah. I focused...
All your worries will be gone.
I focused on the caring aspect. Like, I believed that these were the best essential oils on the market. I believed that the products helped people. I'd seen amazing benefits in my lives and the lives of my children, other people's lives, and why would I want to keep that a secret? I want to help people. I want to get out there and like share the wonderful benefits that these essential oils and the Young Living products have actually made in my life. So the more people I can care about and share, the better. So that's kind of how I started. And then it was like, I told a few people and a few people, and those people told people, and they told people, and the next minute, well, what have we got at the moment? Nearly 2,000 people in our team.
And how many people have we talked to who said, I didn't know I was building a business until they already had one, because they were just sharing and sharing. That was the natural thing, was love this stuff, tell other people. Because it's not just the products that we share about. You know, you think about all the stuff that you share with your friends, recipes, I mean, soap making, candle making, kombucha.
Yeah, I'm in this Netflix group. It's a messenger group, right? I get a couple of messages a day, right, from some ladies that I know, and it's called the Watchers, right? And they just put up recommendations of shows to watch on Netflix. None of them are getting paid by Netflix. No. Not a single one of them are getting paid by Netflix. Well, I don't think they are. But they tell us, like they share, I just watched this. And then the group's actually expanded now. So it started off as Netflix and now it's iView and SBS as well. Wow. Okay. And they tell us the best shows to watch. And and we've actually watched some of them because I said, oh, wow, I think we'd really like this. And we've watched it. And so...
Are there any of those racy foreign films on SBS that we should be watching?
But I also tell people, like if people say, oh, I love your handbag. And I go, well, this is where I got it. Or so-and-so made it for me. Or they like something else that I'm doing, like how I got my hair done. Or and I tell them about my hair. My hair's looking terrible today, so I won't tell you my hairdresser is. But... so I share all the time about, even tradespeople, like people who fix my car, I'll tell people. And I'm not being paid by that person. So when people ask me, wow, your skin looks amazing. And I say, well, this is what I use. Yeah. And that's what I did in the beginning. I didn't... I never ever meant to grow a business. I just wanted to share things that I was passionate about with the people that I cared about. And... that's what I did. Yeah. And I guess that's what I encourage you to do. If you care about someone, don't even worry about ever doing it as a business if that isn't for you. Just get out there and tell people about the products that you love.
I was going to say,
and the difference that they've made to your life.
Yeah, you got to have some integrity about that, because obviously if you're going, oh, you should use these products, then you go home and your house is not full of them, like, you're not using them, then I think that.
Well, and I guess that brings me to number one of my tips for sharing.
Are we going 1 to 5?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh no, sorry, 5.
Okay.
Number 5. Yep. Here, I always get that wrong. But my number 5 is to actually be a product of the products. All right. You need to fall in love with the products first. Like, obviously there's some people out there who start using the products and they go out the very next day and they tell everybody they know about them. For me, I needed to have used the products and I needed to have tried them and seen benefits. And then once I had seen benefits, that's when I started to share about them. So when I am a product of the products, people come over to my house and they see that, they go in the bathroom and there's the Thieves Foaming Hand Soap. They go in the kitchen and there's the dish soap. They open the fridge and there's Ninja, and they, basically every single room in my house has a diffuser in it.
They smell my armpit.
Well, and that's another thing is that if you want to be a product of the products, you've got to wear the products when you go out. So I do pop oils on every morning before I go to work, or before I, go to the shopping centre, before I go to the cafe, before I go anywhere. And that way, whoever I run into, they hug me and they go, oh my God, you smell amazing. A really good one that I love is lemongrass and peppermint, like diluted, because the lemongrass can be a bit hot, but on the back of my neck, it's quite, I put that in the diffuser as well, it's very strong smelling. But always wear oils wherever you go. When you're standing in the shopping line at Coles or Woolies or whatever, pop oils on. Yeah. That way people can see you. Have a diffuser going. I even have a diffuser, like, in my car.
Sorry, I'm just thinking about that creepy guy who comes up behind me and goes... Do you ever get that?
No, only you.
Must be just me.
So I guess that's my number 1, is to be a product of the products. if people see you using them, like when you are out at a cafe and you're putting lemon in your water, or you're drinking Ninja Red in your water bottle or whatever, then they're going to ask about it. So be a product of the product. Okay?
So that was number 5. Yep.
Yeah. All right. Number four is to actually arrange to go out and meet people, or like meet them for coffee, meet them for breakfast, meet them for lunch, meet them at the park. All those mummies that you know, like if you're a mum of kids, organise a play date and go out and meet with them. There are 2 ways that you can do this, because you know we don't want you to be unauthentic.
Yeah.
You can either, like if you've seen them liking your posts on social media or something like that, you can say, hey, I saw that you liked my post. I was wondering if you want to catch up. We can go for a coffee, or we can meet at the park and the kids can play. And I can show you some of those oils if you want. You can try them out. And it's, you know, then they know that they're coming. Like you're not tricking them into it or anything like that. If you don't yet feel confident to do that, you can just arrange to have coffee, and then, you know, it's likely to come up, or arrange to just meet at the park. And once again, if you're a product of the products and you've got the oils on and they hug you and they smell you and you're amazing, you don't even have to bring it up. You don't have to seem salesy. Just if it comes up, then you can talk about it. So often, and I do this on social media as well, but in real life, if people say, oh, you know, like my child's got this going on, I say, have you tried oils? It's so simple. It's not salesy at all. I'm just asking them, have you tried oils? Have you thought about trying oils? Have you ever tried oils? Like just, you know, saying something that is not salesy. And you can do that on social media as well. Like if people put up a comment about, oh, my child's struggling with this, I say, have you thought about trying oils?
Yeah. Do you know what is salesy though, which is sort of vaguely related, is when you're sitting in a conversation and you're just waiting for the slightest opportunity to go, oh, what about oils? It's like, you know, I had my car serviced. Oh, you had your car serviced. Did they change the oils? Oh, speaking of oils. Do you know what I mean? Though,
I don't do that.
No, but I'm just saying, like, that's the line that gets crossed, I reckon, is if you're genuinely listening to someone and you're interested in them, then it's a conversation. But if you're sitting there going, ooh, just waiting for an opportunity here. But it's like that with anything. You know, some people have strong opinions, and it's almost like every time you talk to them, they somehow wangle the conversation around because that's what they're wanting to talk about. But so don't do that. Just be natural.
And I think that Jeremy just raised a really interesting point, which is be more interested rather than interesting. So people love to talk about themselves. I know Jeremy does. I can't really talk. But be genuinely curious in other people. What's going on? What have you been doing? Where are you working now? You know, how's the kids? How's the mum? How's this? How's that? Find out what's going on in their life. Ask more questions. You actually have 2 ears and 1 mouth, so you should listen twice as much as you talk.
Yeah.
Except when you're on a Facebook Live and it's a bit hard to listen. Hi guys to everyone who said hi.
Was it Jim Rohn who said that if you listen to someone and just ask them questions and find out, they'll walk away going, that was the most interesting person I've ever met in my life.
I think it's Richard Blissbrook who says
maybe,
that.
yeah.
So that's number 2 is, you know, get out there, make time to catch up with your friends. You know, whether it's, as I say, for brekkie, for coffee, for lunch, invite them over for a barbecue. And then you can be a product of the products because they come to your house and they see everything.
Okay.
All right, so that's number 2. Number 3 is to actually share samples. All right, so when I'm sharing samples, I actually, and I've kind of told Jeremy about this one as well, because in the beginning I used to give out lots and lots of samples, and I'd actually, well, I'd be too scared to follow up, and then it's like money just walking out the door. Like especially, you know, like some of the samples that I give out, it's an Ninja Red, and I think it's like $4 a sample. So am I just handing that person $4? So you need to follow up with them and see how they went and whether they liked it, and how it worked for them. But the other thing is I actually ask them before I give it to them, and I say, if I would you. So, well, like if they're talking to me about how they've got no energy, okay?
I've got no energy, seriously.
Oh, I know how, you know, as a mum, I totally know how that feels. So if I gave you a sample of Ninja Red, it's this drink that I drink that gives me energy, would you try it?
Yeah, for sure. I'd love to give it a go.
So I hand it over. If I, would you? Because then they're committing to it. Because if they say, well, no, you know, I don't like those things. How does it taste? Blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to give them $4. I'm going to keep
Nope.
it for myself. I'll give it to someone else, okay?
Yeah.
So if I would you, it's a really good tip. Do you have any men in your life who drink energy drinks?
Probably.
Like my brother.
He lives on energy drinks. Yeah.
If I would you, if I give you one of these Ninja Zings to try, would you try it?
Yeah.
Would you drink it? I have this other saying which I used a lot on the weekend at my workshops on the Gold Coast in Brisbane, and it's you don't know what you don't know. And I think that of a lot of mums, because we don't want to guilt people into they don't know that most hand sanitizers are toxic and contain triclosan.
Yeah.
So if I see mums using it at playgroup or mums groups or anything like that, then I say, oh look, I know that you don't know what you don't know, and I don't want you to feel bad or anything like that. And it's probably just, that no one's ever told you, but that hand sanitizer that you're using contains really, really nasty ingredients.
Yeah.
And like triclosan, which messes with your kids' hormones. If I gave you a natural version, it's called the Thieves Hand Purifier, would you try it?
How could you say no to that, really?
Oh, so there you go.
Yeah. And it's also much more subtle than going, stop, you're killing your kid.
Yeah.
That never goes down well.
Another sample that I give out a lot is the Thieves Spray. So, I've been cleaning my shower with, well, actually we do have two.
We have.
With this amazing cleaner. If I gave you a sample, would you try it?
Yeah, for
Would
sure.
you use it?
What does it smell like?
It smells like chai.
Okay, yeah.
All right, so if I would you, it works so well. Maybe you've got someone in your family who suffers from osteoarthritic pain and you want them to try sulfazyme or BLM. Then you can give them like a little container with some of the capsules in it. If I gave you some of these, would you try it? Some other sample ideas that I love. Obviously, I think these are coming back into stock. They're the little single-use sachets. I'm pretty sure at the moment you can still get peppermint and I think Thieves, but they are coming back into stock, so they're little samples. But even in your premium starter kit, you actually get these little cards and these little bottles. And you know what? For a long, long time, I didn't actually know that these did this. So what it's designed, we've got a little bit of oil in there. So you fill it up with the oil. So in the case of frankincense, you pop it in there through that little hole, like you make the little hole.
Oh.
You pop it in there, and then you do up the cap.
Ah.
And that way, when you give the sample to someone, actually you can pop it through two of them,
both,
but you can actually, that way they know what it is. They know it's frankincense and they know what it's for because it's got the instructions how to use. Apply 1 to 2 drops to the face and neck. So there you go. That's just a little bit of a tip. So using your sample jars.
This is why I do Kim's Top 5, because I always learn
to learn stuff. There you go.
When did you know that?
Oh, I've known it for a while, but
Wow.
someone showed me because I actually,
That's so cool.
because I guess been using oils for so long, I didn't try things out. So anyway, but that's what you do to get it in there is you take the cap off and then screw the cap back up and it stays in there. So there you go. So that's a great way to give samples to your family and friends. So you can give frankincense, you can give peppermint, lavender, panaway, Thieves. They're all there. So there you go. Or even like I love these little mini roller bottles. Like they're so cute. I don't know if they're 2 ml, I think, maybe. And so I just make those up and I give them out with some samples. Like if people want to try Stress Away or try Joy, I give a lot of Joy out. Because I know a lot of women who
you can
need
dilute
Joy.
it, can't you?
Yeah, I dilute it. I don't just
You're not going to fill that up with...
No, I dilute it. And I put the V6 in it as well. And then I tell them that it's got the V6 in it. So anyway, I give out lots and lots of samples. And the other thing that I give out, well, not really give out, I lend out, is diffusers.
Is this number 4?
No, this is still part of number 3.
Number
Sorry.
3. No, it's all good stuff.
So I lend out diffusers. So I've got an Aromalux diffuser that I lend out for people who have mold in their house and can't use the the cold air diffusers because of the moisture, then they'll add extra moisture. So I give it to them to try. So I say, take this home, try it out, see how you go. Because, you know, that way they've got something to try. I'll even lend out dewdrop diffusers. I've got a whole heap of them. And if I see a mum who puts a post up on social media and lives close by, like a friend or a family member or whatever, although I've run out of family members who don't do oils, but I actually say to people, if I was to lend you a diffuser, would you use it? So anyway, just a tip, you know, it's always good to, if you've got a spare diffuser, particularly over the winter months, yeah, lend it to them. Give them a few drops of different oils that they could try. RC is a really good one over winter.
Okay,
all right.
That's awesome.
Okay, number 2 is around sharing on social media. Okay, so as a general rule, don't spam everybody. I saw this really cool thing today, which was obviously at the Ninja Networkers training on the Gold Coast, and it was a picture of Miss Piggy, and it was don't spam them, and it was just like this Miss Piggy sort of, you know, picture. And because that's the thing, is that we get so excited about these products sometimes that we put up these posts and we write things like, order your kit now, contact me, and everyone just shies away from it. But if you put up a post about how you're using your essential oils and no mention of how to order or get in contact or anything like that, just, oh my God, I'm loving this peppermint today. It's kept me going when I didn't get home till 11 o'clock last night from the Gold Coast.
11:30.
11:30, there you go. Focus on the people on social media and adding value to them and education. Don't focus on you. Like, you know, create that curiosity. Put up recipes of how you make your own dish soap, your own washing powders, whatever you're making. Share that. Be social on social media, and I think that that's really important. So yeah, so when you're sharing stuff on social media, don't do the sales side of things. Just share what you're using and wait for the people to come to you.
It's so interesting. You know, the other day, like it was on Instagram. I was reading this guy's Instagram feed, and his pictures were great, and his little blurbs are awesome. But the more I read it, the more I thought, man, this guy has an awesome life. And then I started looking I was thinking, okay, he's got to be selling something. So what's he selling? Couldn't find it on the post. But it made me, I wanted to know, because I thought, man, this guy's doing so well. He's having a great life. I wouldn't mind a bit of what he's got, whatever that was. So,
and your friends and family will notice the difference in you. They'll notice your skin, you know, if you're using oils on your skin, they'll notice, you know, how healthy you look, and even, you know, putting up posts about how calm your children are from using oils, how good they go to bed at night, all those things. So share on social media. The one thing, even though I say don't include the link to sign up in your post, I always have it saved on my phone. So you can go into Virtual Office, and under member resources, there's a thing called Link Builder, okay? And it will automatically create you a link for people if they want to order the product. So if someone sees a post that I've put up and said, oh my God, that deodorant is amazing, how do I get it? Then I send them a message with a link, a sign up link, to order it themselves. So they can either order retail or wholesale, and I put a little bit of a blurb about the difference between those options.
That's your personal...
That's my own personal sign-up link. And what I do is I get that link out of Virtual Office under Link Builder, and I copy it and I paste it in a program, like a website called Bitly, bit.ly, and it shortens it. So it makes it from this really long sort of sharing thing down to a short sharing thing, so that when I share it, it's a much smaller thing. So I don't actually... I mean, on my business page, I'll put sign-up links, but on my personal page, I don't do that. I wait for people to message me. So that's number 2.
Okay.
My number 1 way to share Young Living with family and friends is party. Have a party. Get your friends to have a party. You know, like, this isn't, you know, for everybody. But
are we talking oily parties?
An oily party.
An oily party.
Yeah. Have a party. So whether you call that party, I mean, for me, I've got lots of blue friends, so I say, do you want to, like, I message them. And even when I'm messaging to ask people to have a party, my words are, hey, you know how I'm trying to build this young living thing or this oily thing, or, you know, you've got to find your own language. Would you be able to help me? And that way I'm talking to the yellow personalities out there. And if you don't know about the color personalities, then there's a million other videos that you can watch on yellow, red, blue, green. But I'm mostly talking to the yellows and the blues. And so I write in my messages, would you help me by hosting an oily party at your house? You can get together a few friends. We'll sit around your kitchen table. I love sitting around the table and sharing us. And I'll bring the champers, okay? I mean, it's up to you. Like, maybe you don't drink, and that's fine too. But you know, like that way you're getting in touch with your blue friends. So I mention help because they're the yellow ones who want to help you, and the blue ones want to have fun with a few friends and have a party. So you can call it whatever you want. You can call it party, you can call it class.
What does Amanda call hers? Amanda Grist?
Sip and sniff, right?
Which is such a good
Do you want to come over? We'll sip and sniff.
I love it.
I wanted to call it that ages ago, and Jeremy goes, you'll end up with people thinking it's the wrong kind of thing. So you can call it play shop rather than workshop, whatever you want to call it. Just get people together. You can use a script, you can not use a script, you can just sit around a table, even at your local cafe, get a few girlfriends together. You don't have to make it serious. You can just hand around the oils and let them smell them, let them try them. Talk about what you love, which are your favorite oils, which are your favorite products. And most importantly, you know, show them that you care. Like, people don't care how much you know. They care. They want to know how much you care. I just stuffed that up. But that's true. Like, we share because we care. And even my girls will say that sharing is caring. And if our children know that sharing is caring, then why aren't we out there sharing these amazing products that can help so many people? Like, we know how much they've helped us, and we know how much they've helped a lot of you. And we just need to get that message out there and share to people. You don't have to build a business, and I'm just going to say that again, just by sharing, you don't have to build a business. Yes, Young Living will send you a thank you check of $65 for sharing, but realistically you could use that money to buy something for the person. you know, you could put it back into buying more samples to share with more people. You could donate it to charity. You could, you know, you can do whatever you want with that money if you don't, if you feel weird and icky about it.
But it's a bonus, isn't it? It's just, there's not many companies that go with thanks for sharing.
Well, as I said before, Netflix aren't, you know, paying any of these friends of mine for telling people.
Although if you're listening, Netflix,
products to buy. So anyway, okay, your turn. I've done my...
I was just going to say, people are actually interested out there. Like, I was thinking of taking the girls to the park the other day, and I started talking to this lovely lady who was there, and I think where it all went pear-shaped was when I said, and my girlfriend says, would you like to come for a play date? And that was pretty much it. I'm kidding. No, she was really interested in the oil stuff, and I guess I came away from that thinking, it's people are interested because they don't really know much about oils. Anyway, sorry, manly moment. People often ask me, how do you share the oils with blokes? So how do you talk to blokes about it? And so the really simple answer to that is, with guys especially, like, you can overcomplicate things. So the simplest way that I've shared oils with guys is basically going, hey, try this. And when I thought about it, I thought that's pretty much how I relate to most of my friends, because, you know, if I've got muso friends, if I find a clip or something on YouTube, I just go, send them a link, go, listen to this, it's awesome. And I think that's what guys like, is like, keep it super simple, just go, mate, try this. The one proviso I'd say with that is you got to have a relationship with the guy. Like, that's what mates do. So there's no point walking up to a strange bloke and just going, mate, try this. They're just going to walk away. So it's in the context of a relationship.
And I think that's true for women as well. All those other examples are with friends and family that you have already established a relationship with, because they trust you and they value your opinion and your recommendation. Yeah.
So when it comes to sharing oils, like, you know, I mean, lots of blokes, like, if we pick one supplement, which is sulfazyme, which I take every day, we both take it every day. As guys get older, we tend to start getting arthritic pain in, you know, places. So I don't find it hard to, when you talk about, you know, a bit of arthritis in the neck or the knees or whatever it is, to say, oh, look, I've been using this stuff and it's been awesome. So I was I was thinking, it's not hard. Like going to the gym, I've got a bunch of guys who I know who are also gym goers. Post gym, nothing like a bit of Panaway and Copaiba on those tired muscles. Easy to say that. Like I just go, mate, try this. I use this all the time. Give this a try. In my circle of friends though, just a word to the wise, probably don't say to them, I've been using goldenrod. Do you want me to show you how I use that? That is a bit of a conversation stopper. Anyway.
I can imagine. All right.
On that note.
Thanks, guys. We'll see you back here next week on Kim's Top 5, and thank you everyone for joining us.
And if you have no idea what we were talking about with the goldenrod, look up Kim's Top 5 for the bedroom.
Yes.
You'll find it there.
Thank you, Jeremy. Good night, guys.
See you guys.